I don't know if you heard that, but Mama's hungry. Hi, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about an album that really represents a low point in someone's career who, up until this point, had hit after hit after hit. Up until the album before, which flopped at the time, but is now a hidden gem. And this album has a similar story, and it should have, hopefully, have had the same ending, but it doesn't. This album is not looked back on too fondly. It's really the dud of this artist's library. I am speaking about Lotus by Christina Aguilera, and arguably her true flop era. Lotus is Christina Aguilera's 7th studio album, and it was released November 9th, 2012. And we were coming off of the back of the Bionic era. And at the time was considered a flop. It was considered Christina's first true dud. But as time went on, as music changed and evolved, Bionic is now considered a forgotten classic, a hidden gem. But this album isn't. This album's truly the flop era. At the time of its release, it did pretty decent in the charts. It charted at number 7 on the Billboard 200, and it charted at number 28 on the UK album charts. Although it charted a little bit lower here in Scotland, it charted at number 33. For someone at her level, isn't too great. But number 7 in the top 10 in the US, that's something to cheer about. That's good. And this album produced 2 singles. We had the lead single, Your Body, which released September 16th, 2012. The song, like I said, it served as the lead single for this album. And the song was met with generally positive reviews upon its release. Critics commended the powerful vocals and the boldness of the song, with many calling it sexy, sultry, and sensual. The song would do fine on the charts. It would chart at number 34 on the Hot 100 and at number 16 on the UK Top 40. It was a top 20 hit here, and it was a top 40 hit in America. But as a lead single, especially Christina Aguilera, you would expect a little better. The second and last single produced from this album is Just a Fool with Blake Shelton, and that released the 4th of December 2012. Again, the song was met with generally positive reviews from critics, with them commenting on its more mature sound and using words like beautiful, gorgeous, and warm to describe it. And the song wouldn't do very well on the charts. The song would peak at number 71 on the Hot 100, but the song became a single when it was charting at number 92. So, not too great. And the song wouldn't even chart in the UK. I actually don't even know if it was released as a single here in the UK. Not 100% sure. Now that we have all of that out of the way, all of the sort of background information, all of the sort of blah 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 stuff, right? Shall we get into the album? Track 1, we have Lotus intro. I do like this more than I dislike it, but it feels like it can't decide if it wants to be an actual full track or just an intro. It feels too long to be just an album intro, but like on the flip side, there's not enough to it to make it a track. And I think if they tweaked and edited it a little bit and sort of added a little bit more to it, it would have made a pretty good opening song. We got what we got, and it does the job. It's not bad. I just kind of wish there was a little bit more to it. Track 2, we have Army of Me. I'm going to get a little bit vulnerable. I'm going to be a little bit open and honest, right? So back in like 2017, 2018, I was probably about 14. And this was my fight song. I would listen to this song and be like, yes, I feel empowered and strong and ready to take on the world. I don't know why, but I would listen to it and feel empowered. I was going through a lot. Okay, there was a lot going on in my life at that point. A lot that a 14-year-old not equipped to handle. So a song like this became, like Army of Me became my fight song. Now, as an adult, as a 22-year-old, this song feels a little bit off. There's something about the production that I could hear that fell off. And I'm not a producer. I'm not technical or savvy. But even I feel like I could hear that something was off. It was something to do with the edit on her vocals. Her vocals sounded really dry and strained. And again, this is after the production. This is after after the editing and all that. So I have a few questions about that. And just the overall production in general just isn't my favorite. The song's trying to be big, bold and powerful. Big, bold and beautiful, right? But it just isn't that. Do you know what Ordinary by Alex Warren feels like a forced, like, big song? That's what this feels like. It feels forced. And fun fact. Anastasia actually released a cover of this song in 2015 for her greatest hits album called Ultimate Collection. Track 3, Red Hot Kinda Love. Re-listening to this song for this video, I forgot how much I love this song. This song is fantastic. This song is great. This song is brilliant. It's a definite highlight on this album. It's fun, it's groovy, it's light, it's a diamond in the rough. And it honestly should have been a single. I'll get into my feelings about Just a Fool and the fact that that was a single, but this should have been a single. I literally could not stop listening to it. And whilst like writing the notes and the script for this, I literally could not stop moving. I was grooving, I was jamming, it was a good time. And the good times kept going a little bit with track 4, Make the World Move, featuring CeeLo Green. Make the world move. The womp womps do jump scare me at the start, I won't lie. I do get jump scared. It's not as good as Red Hot Kinda Love, but it keeps the fun vibes going. It's fun, it's groovy. The chorus isn't my favourite. The chorus is a bit of a skip for me, but the verses do enough to keep me interested. And it's very 2012. Also, I can't help but think of the live performance on The Voice, where Christina and CeeLo sang the song together, and Christina goes to do the big, powerful note in the bridge, and she just completely tanks it. But because she like fully commits to it, it's really bad. But it's kind of funny, and I couldn't do it. So more props to her, you know. Fun fact. The song charted in South Korea at number 88. Track 5, Your Body. Fantastic lead single choice. Easily the best song on the album, with Red Hot Kinda Love being a close second. Oh, it's such a good song. Has all the best aspects of early 2010s music, and the album just like fully peaks here. So she is at her loudest, at her boldest, and at her most cunt here. I love this song. How can a noise so loud come out of a human so small? It's fierce. Track 6, Let There Be Love. Let there be love. The gay anthem. I'm giving it the headcanon that it's the gay anthem of this album. I like the positive vibe from the song. I know it would slap at like a beach party in like Miami. It would slap. No doubts about it. Not a song that I come back to all that often, in all honesty, but like nonetheless, it's still a good time. Also, Bonnie McKee was a writer on this song, so I'm not shocked that it's good because Bonnie McKee is a fantastic pop writer. Fun fact. The song charted at number 92 in South Korea, but also charted at number 1 on the US dance club charts in 2013. So we had a number 1 from this album. Track number 7, Sing For Me. Sing it out just for myself. I don't even care what the world thinks. Is you Ursula, like, sing for me. When it comes to the slower songs and the power ballads, just in general, Christina has a fantastic library. Beautiful, Voice Within, I Turn to You, Hurt, You Lost Me, Lift Me Up. I could just name countless Christina ballads that I love, right? This album, there's not a whole lot of greatness ballad-wise. There's better to choose from. This isn't bad. It's just a bit meh. It doesn't help that the song comes right after a great run of tracks, so you really feel that sort of stop in momentum. Track 8, Blank Page. If I could undo, then I'll hurt you. A slight step up from Sing For Me, but still not my favourite ballad. This has Sia written all over it, so it came as no shock when I found out that she was one of the credited writers for this song. This feels like, I know Sia worked with Christina for the Bionic era as well, so this sort of feels like a reject from those sessions. I do think Christina's voice does, like, it sounds really good on this track. She goes into what sounds like her head voice a lot more, and she goes into this more like light and airy sound for some of the track, and I really like that. I like that contrast because Christina, if you don't know, is a heavy hitter vocally. She's not a petite woman with a petite voice. She's a petite woman that screams like a foghorn in a good way. Also, fun. The song charted at number 53 in, you guessed it, South Korea. Track 9, Ceasefire. This fighting is hopeless, we need this to end. It's going too far, don't know where it began. Don't love it. In all honesty, just a full skip. Don't like the chorus, it kind of sucks. I like the idea, I like the story it's trying to tell, but it just doesn't get there for me. It doesn't fully realise itself. So for me, it's a skip. Track 10, Around the World. This song is your body's evil twin. That's my evil twin. In the sense that if your body represents all the best aspects of early 2010s music, this has all the worst. It feels like it's chasing that global love trend that was a thing in like 2010, 2011. The choruses are just locations and activities. It's just like, I'm doing blank and blank. And the chorus is just not very inspired. It's very boring. And that's a trend for some of the tracks on this album. The choruses are lacking and they kind of suck. So this is definitely another skip for me. Track 11, Circles. For the longest time, I thought the song was saying, won't you spin around on my little middle finger? It doesn't say that. It says middle finger. I still hear little middle finger, but I know that it's wrong. I know that I'm wrong. So that's why it annoys me. I get annoyed at myself. It's a fun enough song, but I hate the shitta, bitcha. I hate that. Talking shitta, bitcha. No thanks. Chorus is really fun. The chorus is a standout on this song. The repetition of middle does confuse me a little bit, because like, why are we singing middle finger? Is there a middle finger to your middle finger? I don't know. But I am sort of happy we do return to this more fun vibe a little bit. But we don't fully get to the heights of Red Hot Kind of Love or Your Body. And when I reach this point in the album, I'm yearning for those tracks. I'm yearning for the fun. Track 12, Best of Me. Again, another meh ballad. Nothing revolutionary or life-changing. The bridge is nice. That's about it. And it's just really generic. And for someone at Christina Aguilera's level, why do we have music that sounds this generic? It's music that sounds like you could slap anyone else's name on it and nothing would change about it. It doesn't feel special. That's what this album lacks. Uniqueness. Track 13, Just a Fool, with Blake Shelton. Is this a good album track? Yeah. It's a deep cut. It's nice. It's not the worst song ever. I like it, you know, but as a follow-up single to Your Body, it's like Atomic Bomb versus Coughing Baby. Also, Blake Shelton, thanks, I'm good. Don't need him. I find it baffling that this was a single, especially when you've got so many other better songs on here that could have been singles. I don't know why I get why this was a single because they were both on The Voice and, you know, promote the TV, but as a follow-up single to Your Body, it's like going from gospel choir to Quacking Ducks. It's just kind of like, I like Quacking Ducks, but I much prefer the gospel choir. Track 14, Light Up the Sky. Sounds like all the other slow songs, sounds like all the other ballads. They all just blend at this point because they just feel so bland and generic. And at this point, the album's starting to feel a little bit like a chore. Number 15, Empty Words. Fitting. This song feels empty. And at this point, I've had enough. I've got nothing more to say. Everything I've said about all the past slower songs and all the past ballads, you could say about this song. It's just generic, boring, lifeless, meh. Not bad. They're not bad. They're just boring. Finally, track 16, Shut Up. And if you ever really wonder what I think about you. Sorry, how rude. Excuse me. I have a question. Why are we censoring ourselves on an album that is explicit and has swearing throughout? We've said shit, we've said bitch, we've said motherfucker. Why are we going, shut the up? It's always annoyed me. I've found myself frustrated and annoyed that we're going, why won't you shut up? Shut the up. Sorry, when did we become Mother Teresa? When did we get so proper and polite? I think it was meant to be funny and cute, but like, it's annoying. Just say shut the fuck up.
Shut when you think about it.
And the bleep, or we kids bop. You've been swearing throughout. It's a nothing issue, but it annoys me. Overall, final thoughts and conclusion. This album is just painfully generic. I think that, for me, that's the main issue. It's painfully generic. It's a by-the-numbers album with a couple of hidden gems. Most of the tracks feel half-baked or surface level, and it's frustrating. It's really frustrating to have someone that is so talented and unique, like Christina Aguilera, and just knowing that she had created something so bland and generic. You could have taken her name off it and put anyone else's name on it, and again, nothing would change. This is a bit of a stretch, but I would say you could argue to an extent this is Christina Aguilera's Britney Jean. I'd say tracks 3 to 6 are the high points, and the rest of the album can be skipped. Because in all honesty, you're not missing a whole lot. Best track, Your Body. Honorable mention, Red Hot Kinda Love. Worst track, Around the World. That's it. I hope we enjoyed. I hope we liked. Might talk about some other Christina albums, and I promise I will talk about good music again. I've been noticing a little bit of a trend where I'm talking about albums that are kind of bad, or in the case of Trauma Queen, a complete flop. If we liked, fantastic. If you want to see more, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share, post, Snapchat, Wiki, retweet, repost, all that jazz. I will love you, I will leave you, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Are you ready to hear me sing? Bye!